Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today I'm doing a product preview on the QED Reference Audio 40 RCA to RCA Interconnect. And as I've said before, how can you not fall in love with cables? Now, this cable I absolutely love. Now, the red on this is fantastic, and I'll just bring one of these connectors up here. I mean, you can see, again, look at the quality. It's just absolutely fantastic. You look down the end of there, nice, good, thick interconnects. You can see there, you know, your red for right, white for left. It's just a fantastic cable. And now, as I've said before, and we get the, you know, your well, I guess we'll cover off that first. The cost. What is it worth? And we always ask the question, what's this piece of cable worth? Well, that's a $299 cable here in New Zealand. And again, that'll vary around the world. QED's been around since 1973. And it's a British based company, so engineered and designed in Great Britain. And fantastic cables. There's no argument. I love the feel. You can just see. I mean, they're not going anywhere. You can see they're hardly got any movement whatsoever. So they're a decent, high quality cable. And at this level, if you've got a pair of cables that came with your CD player and you swap them out with these, you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, I'm always getting the question, and you can imagine over 40 years, whether it be cables, RCA cables, speaker cables, all sorts of cables, always get, can you hear the difference? Can you hear the difference? Now, or some people just don't even believe it's possible to hear the difference. Now, I don't generally, and we're not going to get involved in answering that question because, as I've said before, cables are it's like very addictive, and you've seen already some of the crazy cables I've got. And this cable's one of my cables that's been laying around for a while, and I just love the finish. I mean, it's just a beautiful cable. I mean, it's just, I love the RCAs. You just don't generally see such a large RCA connector like that. It's just oozing with, I want you. But put that aside, we put the ooze aside, the sound thing, definitely. If you've got a standard pair of cables that came with your CD player or whatever device you've bought, and you swap them for these, you will not be disappointed. Really, cables are just really make a big difference, and I think there's been a lot of changes over the years. A lot of people got very suspicious, and cables did get a little bit out of control there for a while. Probably maybe 10 to 15 years ago, things got a little bit out of hand, with things getting a little bit too expensive, and people were starting to wonder, was there really any difference? And I guess today there really is only a handful of cable brands left that you could really trust, and even that handful you'd probably be cut in half. So I've got the cables that you see that I do on the AB Sound Advice are the best of the best, and this is one of many that I will have done reviews on, and I've played with just about every brand that came where you could dream up. But the QED I absolutely love. It's a fantastic cable. You can see there it looks great, sounds great, they do a professional job. It's won awards, Hi-Fi Choice and What Hi-Fi. And at the end of the day, I put it to you this way: if you want to upgrade something in your system, you've got a good amplifier, you've got a great CD player, and and behind all of that, there's still just your factory cables that came with the setup. Treat yourself to a set of new cables, and just that alone, you'd be actually surprised just how much difference that would make to your overall sound. And I really don't think you could go past. So this is going to be more, the RCA to RCA, 1 meter cable is a very common cable. You could also do if you want a little bit neater than that, these are too long, you can do it in a 0.6. And they're going to be really for, in today's technology, it's anything that's RCA out and then into your amplifier, RCA in. And as you know, things have changed a lot these days. We're using a lot more HDMI and fiber optic, and even coaxial digital sort of disappeared a bit. So if you do have an opportunity to use a set of RCA cables, then definitely put this one on your list, the QED Reference Audio 40. And as you can see, what a gorgeous cable. They do come in other colours if you're wondering, but I do absolutely think these look fantastic. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's product preview, and again, thank you for tuning into AB Sound Advice.